Hello! Today we're gonna be working on Lolasana. So jump throughs and jump backs to and from Lolasana. You're not gonna really need your mats today, but you will need, however, a couple of socks or a pair of socks. Hopefully a fun one that will give you some little push. Don't give up. Anyway, let's begin. Let's begin by warming up. So you need a couple of you will need a pair of socks and a couple of blocks handy. No mats necessary. So let's prepare ourselves. Come into a tabletop position using your blocks. Spread your fingers, grip the blocks, externally rotate your shoulders. So adjust your blocks as you need to. That will help you find your alignment, the positioning of your shoulders. Press onto your palms, press onto your fingers, protract through your scapula, round, round, round the upper back, and then bring your knees in. Inhale, lift the chest, push your chest forward. Exhale, push, hug the elbow into the side of the body. Squeeze your belly and the upper thighs. Shoulders away from the ears, so keep hugging. Gaze down towards the floor or slightly forward. Push the floor and then bring your knees into your chest. Push up. Now, as you can see, my hips are lower. I'm just really focusing on pushing and squeezing the thighs into the body. Lower your knees down. Inhale, push your chest forward, hug the elbow in, lean forward, as if you're coming into child's pose. Compress the belly and the upper thighs as tight as you can. Look forward, hug the elbows in, push the floor, bring your knees in, push, push, push. Lower your knees down again, lean forward, squeeze the belly, hug the elbow in, and perhaps even circling the shoulders here. Circle your shoulders opposite direction. Roll the shoulder back and down. Protract through your scapula as you hug the elbow in, push the floor, squeeze your thighs into the body, round through the spine. Hold here for 10, 9, 8, drop your hips, knees into your chest. Push the floor a little bit more, stretch your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Take a moment to breathe and feel the increase of heat. Now, as you can see, the blocks are quite useful because it can create more space and allows the wrist to be supported. So by bringing your fingers a little bit more to the side, as you can see, yes, sometimes I like to grip the edges of the blocks, and that also allows me to create an external rotation of the shoulders rather than having the hands forward. Again, it's a personal preference. Always also explore different hand positioning. Again, it's also great for neural mapping. Bring your hands together now, rub your hands. Speaking of hands, rub the back of the hands and each fingers. Rub your hands again, rub your wrists. Now interlace your fingers, hug the elbow in, begin to circle the wrist. Circle your wrist opposite direction. All right, relax, shake your hands, flicker your fingers. Keep flickering for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake them up. Now, press the back of your hands onto your blocks and open and close your hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands. Okay. Hands onto the blocks. Externally rotate your shoulders. push your chest forward, arch your back for a moment, breathe in, inhale. Squeeze the lower belly and the upper thighs, round through the spine, push the floor, squeeze your knees nice and tight to the body. Good. Would it be possible to slide the leg as you come into plank pose? Tuck your pelvis, ribs in. Can you lean a little bit more forward onto your hands? Externally rotate your shoulders, slowly bend your elbows, lower down. Press up, keep pelvis tucked, keep the upper back rounded into hollow shape. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring the leg through. Keep the hips back, keep the hips high. And then lower your bum. Whew. Not easy. Okay. We're just checking in as well, see if we can get our hips a little bit higher. Now, Lulasana is incredible because it really, again, strengthens the shoulders and also your ability, your serratus anterior, your lats as well. So it really strengthens the body, necessary for us to find float, find handstands. Okay, now we're going to lift our hips up. But before we do that, we're going to lift one leg at a time. 1, belly to thighs, bend your knees a little bit to squeeze the lower belly and the upper thighs. 2, 3, getting our hip flexor waking up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, hold it here, 10, 9, squeeze it as high up as you can, 8, if you can extend, but keep this connection, 6, 5, 4, 3, maybe you can even reach forward 2, and 1, release, switch leg, squeeze it tight, extend the leg, hold, 10, 9, 8, squeeze, 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 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay. Now it's about shifting forward. So again, shifting weight. We shift our weight onto our hands as we lean forward. As we get our hips up, we lift the legs up. You can place the block slightly between your thighs, between the knee and your hips. All right, point your toes, squeeze the lower belly and the upper thighs, grip the mat, take an inhale, look forward, push the floor, lift the legs up, lift the hips back, lift the legs up, hold, lift the leg up higher, 5, 4, push, 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 3, 2, and 1, cross your legs, swing your legs back as you lean forward, bending the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, bring your legs through. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit more. Let's add some hip flexor strengthening and neural flossing. Interlace the fingers behind the knee. Extend the leg, circle your ankle. Circle your ankle opposite direction. Okay, flex your feet, flex your foot, my grammar is so awful. Flex your foot, point your toes towards your shin, tuck your chin to your chest. Keep your foot flexed, extend the leg, look up, point your toes. Flex your feet, tuck your chin to your chest, bend your knee into your chest. Extend the leg, point the toes, look up. Let's do that a few rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Point your toes, bring your legs a little bit closer towards the body, as tight as you can. As you can see, my knee are not completely extended. Focus more on squeezing my lower belly and my upper thighs. Squeeze it tight, and then you can begin to extend the leg without losing the connection. So soft bend. And then release your foot. Hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, shake them up. Lift the chest, let's switch leg. Interlace the fingers behind your left knee, squeeze the knee nice and tight to the body, circle your ankle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Circle your ankle opposite direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Flex your foot, point your toes towards your shin, bend your knee, tuck your chin, and then extend, point your toes, look up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Point your toes, bring your leg a little bit closer towards the body, as tight as you can. Again, you can soft bend those knees. Get it as tight as you can. Extend your knee as long as your upper thigh is connected towards the chest. And then release your foot. Hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake them up. Okay, we're gonna lift up again into Lolasana. Now, if you're struggling to keep your legs up, you can also perhaps grab another block or a book, placing the blocks or a block underneath your feet, hands onto the floor. Squeeze your lower belly and the upper thighs. Keep it engaged. If you need to bring your legs a little bit wider to get that connection, go for it. Hands onto the floor, the blocks. Lift your hips. Lean forward. Squeeze your lower belly and upper thighs. Push the floor. Lift from the hips. Shift the hips back. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe you can lift the leg. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Whew. All right. So the blocks are there for support. If you find that, okay, you have to lift and you find that you're super heavy with your legs, maybe, okay, strengthen the shoulders first and then remove the blocks and see if you can start to lift maybe one leg at a time. All right, let's do that together. One leg at a time, 5 seconds each. Inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the lower belly and the upper thighs, maybe bringing your block slightly forward. Lift the chest up, slightly point your toes, squeeze lower belly and upper thighs, breathe in. Push the floor, squeeze belly up and upper thighs as you push back. Lift one leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift the other. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Okay. Now we're going to lift, cross the legs, shift back again to Chaturanga. All right. Hands onto your blocks. Externally rotate your shoulders, squeeze the lower belly and the upper thighs. Bend your knee as much as you need to. Inhale, lift the chest. Squeeze belly and thighs. Push the floor. Cross your legs. Push, push, push. Lean forward, lean forward. Glide back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulders back and down. Exhale, tuck your toes, get the hips high. Downward facing dog. From now, downward facing dog, we're gonna glide forward to our Lolasana. So look between the hands, bend your knees, shift forward into your plank pose, untuck your toes, knees into your chest, push tall, bring the leg through. You can also cross the legs if you wish, if that's easier to go through your Lolasana. Whew. Not easy. Take a break as you need to. Okay. This time around, perhaps you can jump through. Now, for me, I prefer to have it higher, make the arms longer. Sometimes I can get it through, sometimes I cannot. My arms are, I mean, it's maybe an excuse. My arms are not long enough. I wish they were a little bit longer to bring my leg through. But yes, but sometimes I can get it. So again, let go of the ego, you know, do what you can. I'm gonna perform it with the blocks like this as it gives me more space, and I'll probably have a little bit more control to bring my leg through. So making sure that they are stable, and this allows me to also keep my arms externally rotated. You can walk your feet a little bit forward. Inhale, look between the hands, bend your knees. Bring the leg through as you hop. Lower down. If you find it still scary, again, you know, explore that fear, because fear is where we can find growth. So do it slowly until your brain starts to adapt and feel that movement through. Parallettes can also be helpful. I mean, I personally like using parallettes, but I don't have any here at home. Let's do that again one more time, and perhaps we can even add some air hunger drills. What you're gonna do is you're gonna breathe in, exhale out the mouth, empty your lungs, hold your breath, and do as many squats as you can while holding your breath. And when you're ready, breathe and recover the breath within 3 breaths. Okay, together. Hold your breath. Oh. Recover the breathing. You can also use mats, place the blocks on your mat to keep it stable. Again, when that feeling of like, oh, it's a bit slippery, that creates threats in our brain. So perhaps I might feel a little bit better. All right, now we're gonna work on half downward facing dog, so a short downward facing dog to tuck to Lolasana. So jumping through Lolasana with control. Of course, it's not easy. Having a mat, or a bigger mat if you like, or having the blocks handy to give yourself a little bit more space, you're more than welcome to do so. Having the blocks like this might be a little bit too scary for the brain because it wobbles, it's not as stable. So you can add more blocks if you need more space, or you can use parallettes, which I don't have here. But yes, so think of belly and upper thighs squeezing towards one another as you bring the leg through, as you round through the spine. So let's begin. Come into your downward facing dog, short downward facing dog. Look between the thumbs, push the floor, pull the ribs in, take an inhale. Bring your feet slightly wider so that think of a frog pose that maybe will allow you to squeeze the lower belly and the upper thighs closer towards one another. Hop, do a few rounds, and again, think light. If you find your hold, find the hold, so take a big breath in. Hold, hold, hold. Bring the leg through and lower. You might have noticed, for me, there's a lot of weight back, and I forgot to grip my fingers, which kind of made me collapse a little bit. So noticing these little things that can impact your movement. Because yes, consistency is the key, but we need to make micro adjustment in every movement that we make so that we can progress. Let's do that again. But this time, we're going to add air hunger drills. So exhale, empty your lungs, hold your breath, do as many squats as you can while holding your breath. The moment you feel the urge to breathe, you stop and recover the breathing. Okay, together. Hold your breath. Okay, recover your breathing. Okay, let's prepare. Push the floor, ribs in, grip the mat or your blocks, look between the hands. Bend your knees, big breath, and hop. Find your hold, fight for that hold. And squeeze belly to thighs. Bring the leg through. Lower down. Whew. Okay, that was, as you can see, once you feel like, oh, you're gonna fall, see if you can fight for that. Fight for, to get the hips higher, to align, to stack the shoulders, to push a little bit more. And some people will start to panic and they'll just drop. Catch yourself and focus. Let's do that one more round. And maybe if you already have your handstands, get the legs up, then bend your knees into your chest first before bringing the leg through. But if you're still struggling to keep your hips high, don't worry about it. Find control. Use your socks to glide through forward and back and focusing on more on pushing, just like what we did in the beginning. Okay, let's do this one more round. Walk your feet slightly forward now. So now we're gonna just try to, maybe you can start to press. I know if we're using blocks, it's gonna be a little bit harder. If you need to jump, get that jump. But think belly to thighs. Look between the hands, take a big breath in. Stack your hips first. Knees soft. And then start to extend your legs up. To come back down, knees into your chest, slightly lean forward, squeeze it tight. Bring the leg through. Push, push, push. And lower. Oh, not easy. Without the blocks, for me, I'll probably hit the floor with my ass. But yeah, so blocks or parallettes can be very helpful to access the pose. But yes, that's it for today. As you can see, making micro adjustment and just really fighting for it and stay focused. All right, so let's take a moment. Come into squat pose. We worked a lot on our wrists, so I invite you to place your forearm in between your calf and your hamstring and just begin to switch from side to side. Release that. Come into seated pose, whichever is your preference. Hug the elbow into the side of the Let the movement be led by your wrist as you move your wrist up and down. Keep the elbow hugged into the side of your body. Just moving the wrist up and down. And then move the wrist from side to side. And then figures of 8s. Maybe closing down the eyes, breathing through your diaphragm. Reverse your figures of 8s. That's it for today. I hope you enjoy that. I hope you learn a lot. Again, you can always come back into this practice. That's it for today. I'll see you on the next class.